Let's see, Saturday morning. Was it December 6, 2024 Ranger XLT Sport. So I got this Westin topper on here. So far it's working out pretty good, but it doesn't come with a lot of options like my last shell that I put on the Colorado. That was like a utility type shell. It wasn't a fiberglass shell. It was all aluminum. That worked out pretty good because I was able to build it the way I wanted. I ordered it with a toolbox just on this side. And in that toolbox, I was able to mount my inverter, my charge controller, my air compressor, some lights, fuse block, everything right here accessible. Okay, this doesn't come with that option. I think it comes with a light option, that's about it. So I'm making my own. So I made this out of a piece of sheet metal. I got the piece of sheet metal from Patent Steel there in Irwindale, and I took it to work and I cut it on some, we got the equipment there at work. So during my break time, I went there and cut and bent it, and then I got it all painted, and I think it's gonna work. What I want to do is attach it to the roof. There's some bolt cutter covers up there, and those are for the rack that's on this. I go, cool, I'll probably have to drill through those rails down and put some bolts in there. Then I gotta secure the bottom somehow. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that, but it's not quite sitting where it's supposed to be yet because I'm pretty close on my dimensions. It's just attaching it to the side here it's gonna be a problem. I don't think I figured that. I thought I could screw it to here from the inside with some sheet metal screws, some self tappers, but I don't think there's enough material for that. Yeah, it's not that straightforward. This is too wide. It's not going to fit in between. Well, it will fit in there, but it won't fit all the way back. I mean, that was the idea, for this to go up over the top of the bed rail there. These are the clamps for the top. There's bolts go through, and then this clips onto the rail. This rail's got grooves on it, and it locks in there. So that was pretty good. It uses the factory holes that are there. So that's one project today. I'm gonna drill a pilot hole through the roof there so I can get the length of the screws. Then I'll head on over to Home Depot. But I also want to see if it's gonna work down there. See what else I'm gonna need. And that's all I got to prop it up right now. An old box. So of course, neighbors got to start cutting their lawn right now, but should go something like that. That's the inside of the truck. Now the bottom, it's got a little, isn't quite square. I guess I could have cut this side a little shorter, but that'll work. Attach it to the edge of the truck there somehow. Now on this side of the truck, see, you got that back side there. You can hang stuff on there. On my old truck, I had my shovel hanging off there, and my axe, and a couple other stuff. Oh, I even had a power amp. I think I put a power amp back in that corner over there. You know, audio, stereo amplifier. And then on this side, I'll put my solar panel charge controller. See my solar panels? I got 200 watts of power there. I got my auxiliary battery mounted already. And the charge controller's in the back seat behind the seat panels there. So So now I'll have to move it back here. Well, first I'm gonna put a piece of plywood on here. This way I got something to screw to, right? Get it? For right now, I just want to get this thing secure, because that's a whole other project, wiring this and putting the panel in. Sometimes it's easier to wire everything to a panel and then put the panel inside, because you can do that on a table rather than standing out here and reaching in and trying to wire everything. Especially right now, it's okay, but like on my other truck, it was 6 inches higher, so I had to stand on something to be comfortable. So next thing is to locate those holes on the roof where in between those two bolt covers there should work fine. There's 2 more on that side and 1 in the middle. I'm gonna need to put something in the middle, but I have to measure those exactly. So I screw into something solid, right? Let's get into this here. So I got my bolts in, see my bolts? 3 in the top. On the bottom, I think I'm gonna get this to sit on the ledge here. And if you look underneath, there's all kinds of holes in the metal. Let's see, the camera's gonna pick that. There's already holes in the metal underneath there. So that means all I have to do is pick a hole and then drill through the plastic and put a hole up through the bottom. So I'll have to drill. I'm just gonna put 2 bolts in the bottom. It's basically just holding it in place. This is gonna hang from the roof, right? So I got those holes drilled right now, and then I had to repaint them because everything was already painted. I had to cut this slot here for that one bracket, that clamp. The clamp for the camper shell was going to be in the way. Not this one, that one over there. It's the same thing, but yeah, I had to go around it, so I just cut that notch in it over there. We're gonna let the paint dry, and it's already 1 o'clock. I think it's time to go grab a cold one, right? Three o'clock, guys. I think I got it. All right, yeah, got it. It's actually gonna work. Yeah. It's like I look like I know what I'm doing, right? My measurements came out just right. I can't believe it. I'm getting good at this, or just getting lucky. So that's in. I got 3 bolts on the top and just 2 on the side, just to hold it in place. You know, it's not gonna fall nowhere because it's sitting on the ledge on the top of the bed rail there. So the issue with the camper shell is that once you get things loaded in there, and if you want to get something out, it's like, oh man, what, I gotta crawl all the way in there? Well, you could, but that's why I like the big doors instead of windows on the sides, because this way you can crawl in and crawl out if you have to. You know? Oh, this one's locked, but yeah, you can climb in there from the side and get something if you need to. My Toyota Tacoma had a fiberglass shell, I think it was from Lear, and it had the windows. Sure, you could reach in, but you really couldn't climb through those windows to get anything. You had to crawl to the back. Okay, so these are big enough. And on this side is one I want to be accessible. I want things accessible right here, okay? Like this is where my air compressor is gonna go. Perfect. My air compressor will go there. Like I said, I got a charge controller for my solar panels somewhere here, because I got other things that are gonna fit in here. You gotta lay this out right. On my last build, I think I might have done it 3 different times, 3 different ways, because I would add stuff later, and I'm running out of room. Run out of room, yeah. So, yeah, so that's just here. I also got room to put stuff here, which could be anything from recovery gear to more electronics. Like on my Colorado, I actually had a DC charger and something else. DC charger. I don't remember everything, but so I got to put my solar charge controller, charge the batteries. Then I got to put an inverter. I also want to put a light in here, and I saved that from my Colorado. It's right here. See, now once I put my inverter in here, this will go in. This only cost me like 25 bucks. I haven't seen another one around anywhere except I think not Harbor Freight. Summit Racing has one similar. This is only $25 5-6 years ago. So I plug it into my inverter. My inverter's running off my auxiliary battery and solar panels. So after that, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 120 plugs here. I got my USB connectors, and this also has lights on there. So that's perfect. It's like a 3-in-1 deal. And these lights actually are adjustable, so they flip down. See, how cool is that, right? LED lights. So you're out camping, just hit the lights. So all this has to be installed. The compressor's just sitting there. I just want to make sure it's gonna fit. I might need a new one. This one's got to be over 5 or 6 years old. I mean, I had this when I had my Super Duty. Well, Bronco, shut up! Went from Bronco to Super Duty to the Colorado. It still works great, but it might be time for a new one. All right, guys, it's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday here in Southern California, working on the Ranger. Yeah. I got my panel inside all mounted up. Now I got to put my electronics, my air compressor, and all that in there. But since the sun's already starting to set, boy, time flies, right? Starting to cool off. Once that sun goes down, it starts getting cold out here. So, I want to relocate the spare tire to back here, right? That's what this is for. So this is for a Tacoma, but the bolt pattern right there, I think it's going to work. But there's only one way to find out. All right, let's see if this Ford wheel fits on that bumper for a Tacoma. It goes out right on there. I thought a Ford and a Tacoma were different. That's the carrier that came with this bumper for the Tacoma. Alright guys, if you've been following my channel for like the last 10 years, you know I used to have a Super Duty, and I made my own custom rear bumper to fit a 40-inch tire. It was a 40-17 Denman Groundhog. Yeah, big tire, at least 100 pounds, maybe more. I use a lot heavier steel, but this is where there's nothing wrong with this system except this latch here. See, I did the latch system like this, or similar to this, on my Super Duty. I took a door latch out of a F-150, and I put it on the swing arm. No, I put it on this side right here. Okay. Yeah. So it's a pretty big bumper, so I had a side here, and I put the latch on there, so when the door closes, it had, when the swing arm closes, it had a pin right here that hooks up with the latch, right? So on this one, it's got the pin here facing up vertically, and it's got the latch in there at a horizontal, right? It's got the latch like a door latch. So you close it, okay, it latches good. I like the handle and everything, but look at that. That's no good. That's no good. You'll be driving up down the road, this thing's shaking like that. Now it's got a little gap down here. It's got a rubber bumper. I got a monster here now. Look at that. Hey. The devil dog. Hey, hey, hey. But yeah, so it's not riding on the bumper there, but that is not going to keep it from bouncing as you're going down the road. The latch should. So like I said, on my bumper, I put the latch on the side, hooked in there, and it did not shake like that. This is going to be a problem here. So I'm going to probably have to. This is a plastic cap. Put something on there to keep it from bouncing like that. That's going to be nuts. Off-road, boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I like the idea, but it don't work. I mean, it's functional. My latch was on the bumper, and there was a push button. You push it down, and the thing opened up. You slam it closed, and it stayed closed. And it didn't shake like that. Oh my goodness. But good try, right? Good try. So maybe I'll, if I find a clip like that, I've got to check back on my YouTube channel, see if I actually show how I did that, because it was a long time ago. So anyways, that's what it is. Like I said, this bumper is for a Tacoma. I put it on a Ranger. I didn't think these bolts were going to line up. I was anticipating having to reconfigure this, but it works. It works. All right. I think it's going to throw the rear sensors off, because now they see something. Like, I'm pretty sure this was affecting my sensors, because it was telling me it would actually put the brakes on. I was backing up. Something's back there, you know. Check your thing, whatever it says, vision. You know, I look at the camera, I go, this has probably seen that. Oh, that's the other thing, the camera. The camera is now behind the tire. The camera's right there. I'm gonna have to move that like I did on the Colorado. I moved that up here. So it can be done. It's just wires, you know, right? Positive and a negative, right? yeah, right. There's more to it. There's probably 6 wires for that camera. We'll find out. We'll find out someday. Have a good weekend. It's only Saturday. This is my Saturday. I'm gonna wash up and go inside now because it's getting cold. Look, I got myself all scratched up doing the spare tire. In fact, I got to get back. I still got the tool in there. I got to wind that back up. The spare tire thingy's right there. See that? So here's the tool right here. Goes in there, and it's you just turn it. So I'm able to turn it by hand. That's how I got it down. I'll turn it back up for now, just so it's out of the way. Look at all the room down here. I could probably stuff a couple of batteries up here. Make some kind of a bracket. Maybe put like some hinge on that cross member. And then make it bolt up over here. So when you need to access the batteries, well, you just unbolt these two and lower the thing. It'll swing down. Oh, that was me. My keys are in my pocket right now, and I guess I'm pushing the buttons. But yeah, so those tips, yeah, I gotta adjust them a little so they're even, you know. But other than that, I think everything's working good. You see little holes in the tips? That's so the water drains out. Yeah, so you don't got water. Those are stainless though. They're not gonna rust out. Yeah. Flowmaster Super 50. Alright, that's it for now.